dive right in. AI isn't just some new tool for software engineers, it is a massive, fundamental shift in how everything gets done. So today we're going to break down how the best of the best, the elite engineers, are not just surviving, but absolutely thriving in this new AI era. And, let's just get right to it. The question that is on every single engineer's mind: is AI going to take my job? That fear, it's totally understandable. But the reality is a lot more interesting and, honestly, a lot more exciting than you might think. And this quote just nails it. It really sets the stage for everything we're talking about. AI won't replace engineers, it will augment them. The elite software engineer of tomorrow doesn't compete with AI, they lead AI. You see, this isn't about replacement, it's about leverage. The whole game has changed, and the winners are going to be the ones who learn to conduct the orchestra, not just play one of the instruments. And listen, this isn't some far-off, futuristic thing we're talking about. This shift is happening right now, like today. More than 80% of developers are already using AI coding agents in their daily work. This is not a trend you can just sit back and watch. It is a massive wave you're either riding or, frankly, you're getting swept away by.
So, how do you ride that wave? It all starts with a fundamental change in how you think, how you see your own value. We're calling it the new orchestrator mindset. It's this idea of moving from being just a builder to becoming a conductor. This comparison just lays it all out perfectly. The builder on the left, that's the old model, right? Where your value was kind of tied to how fast you could type and how deep you were in the implementation weeds. But the orchestrator on the right, that's the new elite. Now, your value comes from your human judgment, your high-level vision. You're not just writing code anymore, you're guiding and, this is absolutely crucial, verifying what the AI produces. And this slide really hammers home the change in how we measure success. The old focus was all about output. How much code did I manage to crank out today? The new, way more powerful focus is on the outcome. What valuable business problem did I actually solve? Look, an AI can generate output all day long, but only a human, only you can drive a valuable outcome. Your value has just shifted way up the stack. Okay, so we've got the mindset, but what does this actually look like in practice? This is where we go beyond just typing simple prompts and move into something called agentic workflows. It's the evolution from just giving simple commands to building truly intelligent autonomous systems. This slide highlights a really key evolution in how we work with AI. On one hand, you've got basic prompt engineering. Yeah, it's fast and intuitive, but it's brittle. It breaks easily and it just doesn't scale. The future, though, is flow engineering. It's a much more deliberate multi-step process. You can think of it like building a smart pipeline, where the output of one AI step intelligently informs the next one, with feedback loops built right in. This is how you build systems with AI that are actually robust and reliable. And flow engineering is really the foundation for the agentic workflow. So what is that? It's an autonomous, iterative system where an AI agent literally sets its own goals, plans out the steps, uses tools like a code editor, and just keeps looping and trying until a complex task is done. It's not just a tool anymore. It's like having a tireless junior engineer that you direct. So how do these agents even work? Well, the most basic pattern is called REACT, which stands for reason and act. The agent thinks about the problem, it then acts by using a tool, and then it observes the result. This simple little feedback loop, think, act, observe, is the fundamental building block for all of the complex AI agent systems out there. And once you build on that simple REACT loop, you get to something incredibly powerful, a multi-agent system. Now you've got specialized agents. Maybe one is a researcher, one is a coder, one is a tester, and they're all collaborating on a project, just like a human software team would. You're no longer just prompting a single AI, you are orchestrating an entire team of them. Okay, this is all fascinating stuff, right? But I know what you're thinking. What do I actually do about it? So let's get really practical. Here's a future-ready action plan to help you start future-proofing your career, like today. Here's what that journey could look like over time. You start by just building a solid foundation in the first few months. From there, you start to deeply integrate these tools into your actual work. By year one, you should be looking to specialize and expand your influence. And the long-term goal is to become truly AI native, moving into these really strategic roles like an AI integration architect. Let's break that down into 5 key areas you gotta focus on. First, master AI collaboration. This is about amplifying your own productivity.
Second, double down, and I mean really double down on system design, because that high-level architecture, that's really hard for AI to automate. Third, recognize that your soft skills, communication, leadership, are now your core human value. And finally, lifelong learning and strategic thinking, these become completely non-negotiable. You have to remember, AI can generate a solution, but it can't replace your judgment in solving the right problem. So, all of this brings us to the very core of what it means to be an elite engineer in this new world. Let's talk about the elite engineer's edge. This is about excelling in the places where AI simply cannot compete. It really comes down to 4 key human differentiators. Think of these as your new superpowers. You bring the strategic vision, understanding the business context that an AI just can't grasp. You provide the quality judgment, acting as that final critical verifier. You have the creative problem-solving skills to explore tons of different paths. And finally, you have that human connection, the ability to translate fuzzy human needs into clear technical requirements. Now, to really embrace this, you have to let go of some of the old mental models. And here's the first one you've got to drop. I write better code than AI. You know what? This is a losing battle, and more importantly, it completely misses the point. The new mental model you need to adopt is this. I design systems that AI cannot reason about alone. Your value isn't in the syntax of a line of code anymore. It's in the architecture, the grand design that requires uniquely human foresight. Here's the second outdated idea you've got to ditch. AI helps me code faster. Yeah, it does. But that is thinking way too small. That's like saying a calculator just helps you do arithmetic a little faster. The elite mindset is this. AI multiplies my architectural and leadership impact. See, it's not just a speed boost for your current tasks. It is a lever that amplifies your ability to think bigger and to lead projects at a scale that was pretty much impossible before. This really just wraps it all up perfectly. The future belongs to engineers who combine technical excellence with strategic thinking, business acumen, and the uniquely human skills that AI cannot replicate. It's all about becoming a hybrid, a multi-skilled pro who can bridge that gap between the technology and the actual business value. So we're going to leave you with this one final thought to reflect on. The cheese has moved. The question for your career is no longer about how well you can write code. The real question is this. Are you preparing to write code, or are you learning to orchestrate value? The choice is yours.
Rise up, rise high. Let your spirit take flight. Chase the stars, never back down from the fight. We're warriors inside.